Okay, so we are doing a little bit of work on the Matchless. Well, as you can see, the engine's out. The poor little thing wet sumps like crazy, this thing does. It just does not like keeping its oil in the tank. So I thought we'd give everything a good check over, just make sure there's nothing wrong with it. And there isn't. This could be a short video. Everything's fine. Checked in the oil tank, the little tube. Oh, we've got a torch. There's a torch somewhere, that might help. There we go. The little steel tube that runs down the tank that houses the felt filter, that all appears fine. I don't know how well you'll see any of it. That's the inside of the tube. Apart from being mucky in there, it's okay. So yeah, if you don't know, the return on these comes up to the bottom of the tank down here, into this steel tube that's inserted in the tank, forcing the oil through a felt filter. So you know, pre-war stuff with an oil filter. It's a pity this thing hasn't got one yet. Anyway, so then yeah, through there and then out the top of the tube, the return there. So there's no way oil can backfeed down the return, well, except for the stuff that's already in the tube, but you know, that's not a lot. But yeah, like I said, apart from being mucky in there, everything looks fine. I'll give it a good clean out. Actually, we'll have a magnet somewhere. Let's see if any of it's magnetic. We might as well while we're on camera. Get the pre-existing crud off the end of the magnet. It's somewhere near clean. Let's go fishing. Yeah, that was worth doing, wasn't it? So yeah, the inside of the tank, apart from needing a good clean, is generally okay. Let's just see what that's like. Yeah, that is just thick sludginess with some metal filings in it. It's not actually a big lump, which is good. So yeah, I'll do plenty of that. Give that a good flush out at some point. And then if we come up to the bench, two-side engine. The plunger for the pump is absolutely grand, especially considering the age of it. If we just slop it in backwards, there is virtually no movement, no slop, should I say, in that anywhere. And there's a tiny bit more on the small end of the pump, but that's well within what I deem acceptable. So yeah, apart from being a little bit grubby in there, just in the ends where the pipes fit, there's the chamber itself's fine. The only thing that I found with any kind of wear on is the little locating pin. Of course, it sits in there, so it makes the pump oscillate back and forth as it rotates, and it's just got ever so slight flat bit on one edge, which I'm not going to worry about, because of course it's going to have a new sealing washer on it when it goes back together, so it'll be in a slightly different position anyway, and I'll mark the head of the bolt so I know where the warm bit is and just make sure that it's not pressing against that bit. So that will be fine. So yes, having not found anything, I thought I'd have a quick look on the internet, because you know, why not? I put my nonsense on there, other people do as well. And there's a lot of talk, which I do believe is complete rubbish, about making sure the position of the plunger, the ports for the oil, aren't in line with these holes when the engine's at top dead centre, because that's about where an engine likes to stop. But there's no reference in any manuals to any of this. And of course, the way that groove's cut, one rotation is one full oscillation from forward to backwards and forward again, or whichever way around. The problem with that theory being, when this is in, we'll just slop it in any old how. I did mark it, so you know, I can put it back in the same place if I wish. For one rotation, of the end here, it is 16 full rotations of the crankshaft. And for 7 of those rotations, I've wrote it in pencil on the side, 7 of those rotations, that port is either partly open or fully open. And for 6 rotations, that one's either partly or fully open. And for 5.5 rotations, they are both either partly or fully open. So yeah, that's a load of cobblers. Anyway, there is absolutely nothing wrong with this apart from being mucky. So I guess I'm just going to have to clean everything and resort to putting a tap on the oil feed in, which is the front one. Big end of the plunger is the return, and the little one's the feed. That way it can always return more than it puts in, so it keeps the sump dry. But of course you already know that, and I dare say most of you know a lot more about this than I do. Or something else. What I did notice while prodding and poking around is there's a couple of strange wear marks on the little end. And when you mic the pin up, which is why the micrometers are out, she's 7/8 at either end and fractionally over in the middle. And there are a couple of spots. See, it's lovely and smooth. I'll say that, I've got it stuck now, I feel like an idiot. There. Lovely and smooth on the ends when you get it square. But it's quite tight in the middle. I'm not sure about that. And it's not, yeah, it's not consistent as you rotate it either. It's got a tight spot on it. So I dare say that's not quite round anymore. So I might have to do something with that while it's in bits as well. But yeah, sort of disappointed we didn't find anything wrong in there, because I was hoping to find something that would stop it simply pouring all its oil all the way through the engine as soon as you turn it off. But unfortunately not. So, just going to have to resort to putting a tap on. And I've stuck on a screwdriver, that was silly. There we go. Don't like doing it, but you can get them now where they've got a little switch in the back of them to kill the ignition when the oil's turned off. So yes, I think we're going to have to go down that route. Not to worry. Anyway, this will be a short little video for you. Yeah, because I've not really done anything else of note this week, so well, nothing channel related anyway. I think we're about at the bottom of all the problems now. It's yeah, just a quick little decide what we're going to do with things. Everything a nice clean up. Let's go in back, replace the bits that need replacing, and yeah, hopefully soon we can start popping them back together. Right, well, I think we'll call it quits on this one. Yeah. Those of you that have made it the couple of minutes in that this video is long, thank you very much, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Ta-da!